WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Livingston. The House of Representatives is gearing up for a historic floor vote on impeachment expected next week. CBS News correspondent Kenneth Craig has the latest.
President Trump stopped in both locker rooms before the Army-Navy football game in Philadelphia on Saturday and then participated in the coin toss. Back in Washington, House members are getting ready to vote on whether to impeach the president on two articles the Judiciary Committee approved along party lines. Friday, President Trump fired back at Democrats after the articles, abuse of power and obstruction of Congress, were sent to the full House.
You're trivializing impeachment. And I tell you what, someday there'll be a Democrat president and there'll be a Republican House, and I suspect they're going to remember it.
Republican Senator Lindsey Graham spoke about impeachment at a weekend forum in Qatar.
This thing will come to the Senate, and it will die quickly, and I will do everything I can to make it die quickly.
House Democrat Madeline Dean of Pennsylvania reflected on the historic moment.
It feels like a weighty responsibility, hopefully once in a lifetime, but it also feels like an extraordinary privilege to be able to stand up for this country, to be able to stand up for the Constitution.
Next Thursday marks 21 years since a Republican-led House approved two impeachment articles against President Bill Clinton. He was later acquitted in the Senate. Kenneth Craig, CBS News.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has been coordinating with the White House over a likely Senate trial. McConnell says the president will not be removed. Mississippi's congressional delegation is also preparing for the vote and possible impeachment. Courtney Ann Jackson has reactions.
No Mississippians are on the House Judiciary Committee, but the congressional delegation was quick to share their reactions Friday morning, just after the committee's vote to approve the articles of impeachment. MILLSAPS professor Dr. Nathan SHRADER makes this note.
I tend to get a bit nervous when members of the House who are not on the Judiciary Committee begin to weigh in on how they intend to vote on the articles of impeachment before the whole House has had a chance to debate it.
Both Congressman Michael Guest and Stephen Palazzo making note of Speaker Pelosi's conditions for impeachment and saying they haven't been met. Congressman Trent Kelly calling the articles unconstitutional. And Democratic Congressman Benny Thompson tweeted that, quote, "The president obstructed justice. Republicans can whine and lie all they want, but he will be impeached."
In the course of another week, it's very likely that Donald J. Trump will become only the third president, and Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton to formally be impeached by the House. And so that in and of itself is significant.
But he notes that the implications of that are also significant given the fact that Trump is running for re-election in 2020. Senator Roger Wicker says even if it makes it to the Senate,
I'm quite certain the president will not be removed from office. Probably be a party line vote.
And he doesn't think Mississippians are in favor of removing him from office.
These allegations don't rise to the seriousness, even if you accept the Democrats' notion to remove the elected president of the United States, the leader of the free world.
Courtney Ann Jackson, WCBI News.
Well, the radar is picking up on a few very light showers on this Saturday evening. Some of these might not even be reaching the ground, but through the western and southern portion of our area, there could be just a few sprinkles out there this evening. We've been watching one right there at the Lowndes-Oktibbeha County line, right there along Highway 45 alternate. So if you run into a few sprinkles overnight tonight, this would be the cause of it. But keep in mind, no major rainfall expected. You might just have to wipe your windshield off just a couple of times if you're out and about this evening. Temperatures are not too bad out there. We're 49 right now in Columbus, 52 in Starkville and in Tupelo, 50 over in Coffeyville, 51 in Bruce, and we're 49 right now in Vernon, Alabama. This is a live view from Columbus from the Alpha Insurance Camera Network. You can see no rain here, just a lot in the way of cloud cover, and these clouds are going to continue to stick around overnight tonight. We'll call it mostly cloudy here in the Friendly City and all across the area. 42 for our low here. Good news is we're going to stay mostly dry. That's not going to be the case come Monday. Those showers and storms are likely. I'll break that down for you in just a few minutes. Riley?
Driver, the Christmas shopping season is in full swing and area merchants are counting on extra seasonal help to get through the rush. WCBI's Chad Groening found one Tupelo merchant who says these workers are invaluable this time of year.
Free gift wrapping. That is something that these Reed's seasonal workers are providing for customers at both the downtown and Mall at Barnes Crossing stores. Retail stores have traditionally hired seasonal workers to help during the Christmas season. Jack Reed Jr. is president of Reed's.
These generally are high school, college girls, young women, even some people that just want to work over Christmas time to make a little extra Christmas money. They're invaluable to us.
Madeline Bauer is a sophomore at Tupelo Christian Preparatory School. This is her very first experience in the workforce.
I like working here because it just kind of teaches me some responsibility for when I get older, and working elsewhere kind of teaches me how to make money and save my money and stuff for other things. I'm actually saving up to make a down payment on a car. I am saving up for that, and I'm also saving up just for like buying Christmas presents for my family.
Working alongside Bauer is Anna Wesley Driscoll, who is a freshman at Itawamba Community College. This is also her first work experience.
I like it a lot. Sometimes it gets a little busy, but it's enjoyable because you get to meet customers and talk to them. And
what about the money you're making? Is it coming in handy for you then?
Yes, it gives me extra spending money just so my parents aren't having to give me money every week for everything, and it just gives me more room to have fun.
The Reed's at Barnes Crossing Mall store features the sister rapping duo of Georgia Kate and Dawson Crawford.
Well, actually, my younger sister started here before me, and then she loved it so much, and so that's why I decided to come here at Reed's.
And she needs some extra money to help pay for a trip to Italy.
Actually, my boyfriend is from Italy, so his family lives there, but he came to Mississippi State to play tennis, so I'm going to go over there and spend the summer with him.
And her younger sister, also a student at MSU, started at Reed's during high school.
At first, my grandmother was like, Reed's is hiring, you should go and apply, and so I did, and I started in Christmas time, and I just loved it so much, so I just stayed every year.
Brandy Crawford is also an MSU student who works on the sales floor in the jewelry department.
I like to work whenever I'm at home, and I like helping people out, and I love customer service. A lot of people don't, but I like working retail. I like to travel a lot, so the money goes towards that.
Chad Groening, WCBI News, Tupelo.
Jack Reed says even with so many people shopping online, there is still a healthy demand for traditional stores to hire seasonal help. It may have been a little chilly this morning, but runners didn't seem to mind as they took part in the 10th annual Rudolph Run in downtown Pontotoc. The run is sponsored by the Women's Club of Pontotoc and is a race. The race is used to raise money for the Pontotoc Library and for scholarships. The mission of the Pontotoc Women's Club, which is a member of the General Federation of Women's Clubs, is to serve the community through philanthropy. The race begins and ends at the library, which the Pontotoc Women's Club has had a long-standing relationship with. A normal day for firefighters in Illinois took a drastic turn after two parents dropped off a baby girl. More on that story coming up next. Stay with us.
You're watching WCBI News at 6 p.m. with Riley Livingston.
Welcome back. Firefighters in Illinois were going about their daily activities Friday when two parents dropped off a baby girl just a few hours old. The law allows them to do it, and experts say it's the right thing for some parents to do. Alexis McAdams has the story.
A baby girl just hours old dropped off at a Cicero firehouse.
The baby is healthy, so we're still monitoring her situation.
The child's parents brought her to the station this afternoon.
They handed the baby to the firefighter and then immediately left the area.
Marking the first time a baby has been dropped off at a safe haven location in Cicero. Cicero police say the parents did the right thing.
There is no charges for an individual willing to obviously drop off a child.
The Illinois safe haven law allows a parent to anonymously drop off an unharmed newborn at a safe place as long as the baby is less than a month old. Those safe places include a firehouse, a police station, or a hospital.
The most important thing is the child's welfare.
According to the state's Save Abandoned Babies Foundation, this is the 137th infant legally relinquished in Illinois since the start of the safe haven law back in 2001.
Somebody is going to have a very wonderful Christmas present under their tree this year.
As they now look for a forever home for the one-day-old baby girl, officials hope this serves as a positive reminder of the options available for parents.
They took loving, responsible actions to make sure that this little baby girl was going to be okay.
Safe haven laws vary by state. Differences in the programs include allowable locations for drop-offs and age limits for a surrendered child.
Coming up in your full forecast in just a few seconds, we're going to talk about clouds increasing tomorrow and, of course, that chance for some strong to severe storms on Monday that could impact your plans. You don't want to miss that forecast coming up right after this.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
Overall, a quiet and calm Saturday night across the area. This is a look from the Alpha Insurance Camera Network, and you can see really not much going on weather-wise, and I think we'll take that this time of year. We are a little cool out there. We're 55 right now here in Columbus. We're 52 in Tupelo. We're already into the 40s in West Alabama, and before long, I think the rest of us will also get down into the upper 40s. Here's the time lapse from Tupelo, and you'll notice they stayed mostly cloudy. We did have a few peaks of sunshine right here at the end, just in time for sunset. Some folks sending in their really nice sunset photos. Remember, if you want to see yours on TV, send them in to us, weather at WCBI.com or on social media. Here is all that cloud cover that is responsible for those clouds overnight or through the day today and into the afternoon. Notice some radar returns starting to show up here. I don't think much of this is reaching the ground, but it's certainly possible, as I mentioned a few moments ago, that you might see a sprinkle or two if you're out and about overnight tonight. The next big weather maker that we're tracking, though, that's going to bring us some rainfall is all the way out in Colorado. Pretty potent storm system starting to shape up here, and this is going to scoot closer into our area over the next couple of days, and that's going to bring us the chance for some storms on Monday. None of that to worry about tonight, though. Lows, like I mentioned, in the low to mid 40s, staying mostly cloudy through the evening tonight, and that trend is going to continue through the day on Sunday. We'll get up into the low to mid 60s, so overall a pretty pleasant day, but as I mentioned, those clouds will stick around. Better chances for maybe a sprinkle or two into the day tomorrow, but I do think most of us are going to stay dry, at least until Monday. That's when this storm system is going to approach the area. Notice highs in the 70s, and with those higher dew points as well, that's going to help to energize these storms and potentially make some of those on the strong to severe side. So let's break that down for you. As I mentioned earlier, slight risk for severe weather, a level 2 out of 5 has been issued for the entire WCBI area, and that basically means that some of these storms could be on the stronger side. So on Futurecast, you'll notice starting off the day, maybe a sprinkle or two. Better chances for some showers and storms to develop as we get into the afternoon hours, say after lunchtime or 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock, notice some more of those showers and storms starting to pop into the area. And notice this broken line. This is what we're going to be watching for maybe some storms to produce some gusty winds or some hail or maybe even an isolated tornado if one of these storms can really get going across the area. By 4 o'clock, maybe getting into the southern portion of our area. 5 or 6 o'clock here into the Golden Triangle. The good news is I think this all moves out of here pretty quickly. By 8 o'clock, most of us are dry and clear of those storms. Certainly, though, by 10 or 11, we should all start to dry out. So as I mentioned, best chance is going to be for some damaging winds as these storms roll through. Definitely some hail possible, and we cannot rule out an isolated tornado or two across the area. Low chance for some flash flooding, but it's certainly possible if you're in an area that is prone to some flooding. So stay tuned to WCBI for the next few days. We'll keep you updated on this as this storm system approaches. After that, much cooler. We're going to go from 71 on Monday to 45 on Tuesday. I think clouds are going to stick around much of the day on Tuesday, but Wednesday looking very nice, closer to 50 by the end of the week. Slight chance for some showers do return by Friday and Saturday. Don't think that's a complete washout, though, with highs back closer to 50.
Well, you know, Trevor, it actually felt pretty good today. I mean, I'm not excited for Monday.
Yeah, no, there's always something we're looking at. You can't ever have a nice stretch of weather.
No, but you know, we got some December-like weather coming up later this week.
Yeah, you got that snow a little early. If I think it would have came about 2 weeks later, people would have been really happy.
That's
but
okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Well, you know what? The weather, MSU Bulldogs, we're not having to worry about that today.
No.
They actually took to the court. Mississippi State back in action, taking on Kansas State. Courtney has highlights when we come back.
Your WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
After coming off a loss to Louisiana Tech, Mississippi State head coach Ben Howland stressing that the Bulldogs need to do a better job on defense. Defense would end up being the key for Mississippi State to beating Kansas State on the road. Let's get to that action. Bulldogs versus the Wildcats at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. First half, first possession, Bulldogs guard Robert Woodard. The three-point bucket, nothing but net. MSU up 3-0 in a blink. Midway through the first half, MSU trailing by 7. Guard Tyson Carter drains it. Bulldogs trailing 19-15. Under 3 to go in the first, forward Abdul Adu putting in work down low, lays it in for 2. Wildcats leading 30-24. Right before the break, guard Iverson Molina, or ice in his veins, to the rim, ties it up at 32 at halftime. Moving into the second half, 8 minutes to go. Forward Reggie Perry feeding it to Adu inside, lays it in. Bulldogs trailing 52-47. And 2 minutes to go, Carter driving, pulls up, bottoms. Mississippi State takes a 61-58 lead. And time winding down. Perry drives inside. Adu with the finish at the rim. Mississippi State in comeback fashion tops Kansas State 67-61. Coach Howland getting what he asked for. 17-25 at the line. 36 rebounds for his team. Next up, it's back to Starkville for the Bulldogs. MSU hosting Radford on Wednesday. Ole Miss back inside the pavilion this afternoon to host Middle Tennessee State. However, this non-conference game has a twist. Second-year Ole Miss head coach Kermit Davis playing his former Blue Raider team. The matchup therefore coined the Kermit Davis game. And in this one, it'd be the Rebels that would get out to a hot start early in the first half. Forward Blake Hinson, wide open, knocks down the tray. Ole Miss commanding 12-2. Few possessions later, guard Bree and Tyree with the step back drains it. The Rebels with a 17-8 lead and 6 to go in the half. Tyree over the screen, bottoms, makes it 40-21 Ole Miss. 6 buckets for Tyree at this point. The hands staying hot for the Rebels. 3 minutes to go before half. Devontae Schuler from downtown, the guard, knocking it down. Ole Miss up 34-25. And the Rebels want more. Tyree out in the corner, gets it to go. Ole Miss up 82-64. Tyree 7-8 from downtown at the break. Second half, forward KJ Buffin with the steal. Tyree in the corner for 3, banks it in. The story of the game, Bree and Tyree with the 3-point buckets. And happy birthday, Coach Davis. Ole Miss getting the win, 82-64. Tyree 8 of 11 from beyond the arc, a career high of 34 points. The Rebels improved to 7-3 on the season. Ole Miss takes a quick trip to Jackson to take on Southeastern Louisiana next Saturday. So far, 2 Mississippi State Bulldogs have declared for the 2020 NFL Draft. Running back Kylan Hill and cornerback Cam Dantzler. Always the biggest question when players declare, will they participate in the team's postseason? Hill opting to play, while Dantzler making the decision to sit out of the Music City Bowl. As far as what goes into players making that decision, here's what head coach Jim Moorhead had to say.
To me, generally speaking, if you have to convince a kid to play in the game, then he should probably move on. Yeah. But, you know, I went back and had Will Ryman, our guy, do some of the research. And 3 seasons ago, I believe it was 3 guys. 2 seasons ago, I think it was between right around 15 to 16, you know, guys that didn't play in the bowl game. And I think last year it was 17 or 18, and then ranked out with what rounds they went in. And once again, that's information that we provide. And, you know, I understand it. Kids need to make a decision that's in their best interest. And, you know, we got to, you know, also be mindful of the other guys that we have on the team for the game that we have to win.
The Battle of the Twin States this afternoon, the annual Mississippi-Alabama High School All-Star matchup down in Hattiesburg. How about this? Mississippi coming away with a 17-16 victory against Alabama, an overtime win nonetheless. The win marks the 3rd straight victory for Team Mississippi. We'll have those highlights for you coming up tonight on WCBI Sports at 10. That's it for sports. We'll have more for you when we come back. Stay with us.
We've got the chance for some strong to severe storms on Monday. Visit WCBI.com/weather for the latest on that. And Riley, I know you told me to go long on this, but we're actually going to go really short because today is a very special day here at WCBI.
Oh my gosh, it is.
And it's actually really bittersweet. As you know, as Riley knows, no one else knows, today's your birthday.
It is my birthday.
But it's also your final day with us here at WCBI. So we got you a cake.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to enjoy this, I'm sure, right after the show.
100%.
We've got a lot of photos behind us there that we put together over the last year or so that you've been with us. We've had such a great time. I think I speak for everybody. You've been such a joy to work with, and we're going to wish you the best of luck on your future endeavors.
I feel like I'm in shock right now. I love all of y'all.
I feel like
our weekend fam.
I know, it's so hard to believe, but we're so excited for you. We can't wait to see what you do.
Well, it's so wild because I feel like we started roughly around the same time.
We did.
You're leaving.
Sad to say,
How
but
dare
happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday. Well,
There we go.
we hope everyone has a great night, and we'll see you back here at 10.